There are 291 perks in Dead by Daylight, and I'm going to help you learn all of them. This is the beginning of the end for us, it seems. At least, hold me closely while I tell you about today's perk, Hex Overture of Doom.
If you weren't smart enough to plan ahead, then doom on you!
Hex Overture of Doom is a Kresu perk. At the start of the match, a random totem becomes a Hex totem and curses the furthest generator. When a survivor repairs the cursed generator for 5 seconds, you gain undetectable and your terror radius is applied to the generator for 30 seconds. When the cursed gen is completed, the next furthest one becomes cursed. Overture of Doom seems to be an incredibly conditional perk. While in concept, I like the idea of punishing survivors for being on generators, there's a ton of flaws with the perk that you don't have any control over. Since the perk requires survivors to be the ones to activate it, you could in theory go the entire match without the perk ever lighting up. There's also a consideration to be made that you have no control over where the perk actually activates, meaning you may not be able to fully utilize your undetectable. There's also the fact that this is attached to a Hex totem, which essentially means in the majority of your games, the perk will inevitably be destroyed, sometimes without you ever seeing any value from it. Survivors can also just play around it by not being on the cursed generator, since you don't actively choose which gen it goes on, and when survivors do figure out which generator is cursed, there's no way to change it. Overture of Doom isn't on live servers yet, so there's no data for what you'll see it with most commonly, but I think perks like Hex Undying, Thrill of the Hunt, and Discordance could be strong options to pair with it, but of course builds will vary from killer to killer. Speaking of killers, Overture of Doom seems like a perk that can really fit on most killers, but I think Wesker, Blight, and the Ghoul can easily turn the undetectable they gain into free hits better than most killers. Wesker was a fun option for the perk in my testing, with his dash allowing him to grab survivors off of gens without them knowing he was coming, so a build consisting of Overture of Doom, Undying, Discordance, and Gearhead should give you enough info to push survivors off of gens and force them to go on your cursed gen. I'm going to place Hex Overture of Doom in the D tier. While I think the perk has a great effect, its reliance on survivors activating it for you makes me feel its power is low.